So we have a new room recovering AD version 30N, I guess. We learn basic concepts on implementing group policies and least privilege model in the previous room. The previous room was the hardening Active Directory, I guess. Yep, hardening Active Directory. So, method for recovering compromised Active Directory domain control and preventive measures to avoid hacking attempt. We will also discuss the Active Directory red architecture to implement operating system hardening and benchmark defined for the server environment. Learning objectives. The topics that we can cover immediate action after infection, identify attack patterns and how to locate the infection vector, basic recovery process, common misconfiguration by domain administrators, post-recovery steps, prerequisites, Windows hardening room to develop solid understanding of Windows action architecture. But I have this room already covered in my playlist, so you can go see the video if you will. Connecting the machine, so we connected, and now I can get the first flag. If I can type, I can connect, but I can type. Connect. Okay. Let's keep rolling. There are 4 important attempts of hackers is to gain persistent access to the system. The victim threat actors entirely from the system is a complex and time-taking process. Therefore, it is at most important to limit the attack surface for the attacker and isolate the infrastructure, servers, objects that are probably not compromised. Below is a quick checklist of steps that are recommended to be carried out before digging deep into the recovery process. Take a backup of the compromised AD service using built-in utility Windows Service Backup. You can access it through run wp admin. Let me do it real quick. WB, we have it MSC, and we get this screen. Analyst would use the backup later for detailed malware threat analysis. Note: please do not attempt to create a backup in the attached VM. So we won't do that. Restore the trusted backup of the Windows server. This restore operation will result of loss of some data, like AD object, users, computers, etc., that were added to the admin after creating the trusted backup. Segregate the network and activate the secondary domain controller to provide non-destructive service to the user. Enable enhanced monitoring and filtering of the net traffic from the restored AD server to identify any attack pattern at the network level. Limit the creation and modification of new user account, GPU, etc. till the completion of recovery process if possible. Now we will answer the questions. What type of backup can be obtained from the server backup utility? Right correct option A, one time. B, incremental. C, both A, B. Wait, what? What type of backups can be obtained from the server backup utility? Let me see. One time. I will go one time incremental. Both. See. How would you launch the Windows Server Backup utility through the WP-admin MSC? Is it a good practice to isolate the infect and network trust for detailed network monitoring? Yes. How did it happen? Identify attack path and understand how the attack occurred is crucial to recover a compromised machine. As every device prepares logs based on specific event and help troubleshoot and investigate. Below is a list of tools used to analyze Active Directory compromise incident. So Event Viewer is available tool for troubleshooting errors regarding Windows and application. The event log service automatically starts with Windows and gives you detailed information about all crucial events on your system. For example, if a computer program crashes on your system encounters a famous blue screen of death, you can read more about Windows service and telemetry of the Windows hardening room. Events are grouped as error, warning, and information, whereas significant categories are as below: application records, event already installed programs, system records, events of system components, security logs, events related to security and authentication. We can access Event Viewer by typing event. Let me try this one also. Event VWR. So we get this one. We have the left side summary and the action tabs. Bloodhound. Bloodhound is Active Directory relation graphical tool with two primary functions. It can amazingly reveal the Active Directory's hidden relationships. It can miraculously determine the attack path in an Active Directory environment. The assessment of Bloodhound can be helpful for any organization or company to outpace the wide array of security concerns. It utilizes graph theory to perform the above listed primary functions. It has an ingester called SharpHound for data collecting from all AD computers, groups, and users. Besides, it offers several benefits like online backups and high availability extension licensed ones. If you require the tool, you can easily download it from link. You can visit MicroAttack website to see the techniques used by this software. So we can see here account discovery, local account discovery, domain account, archive collected data can be compressed, collected by the SharpHound, and just into the file to be written to disk. Command and scripting interpreter, PowerShell, Bloodhound can use PowerShell to pull Active Directory information from the target environment. Domain trusted discovery, group policy discovery. So, PowerView is a famous tool used by red teamers for Active Directory enumeration and identification of privileged accounts. Enumeration or profiling of AD is the first step taken by hackers to increase the attack surface, maximize the digital footprint of the target. Therefore, during the security assessment of the Active Directory, PowerView identifies loopholes that may result in complete compromise of AD. You can download the PowerView script from this link. The link contains various PowerShell scripts for LDAP, domain trust, user enumeration, etc. And you can execute PowerView in an attached VM. So let me see what scripts do we have in here, and we have only one script. These scripts are, I guess, also from the PowerView. GPO rules, policies, I'm not sure, but this is for sure one from the PowerView. So let me open this one. Okay, now we can run it like this, which gets information about domain control. Let me real quick open this one. And run it. Get the domain controller. Okay, and we can see that we got some information, rules, naming rules. Okay, so how many machines in the domain can you find using PowerShell? PowerView. Let me see, select name. Get new. Get net computer. Select name. Measure 11. Okay. What is the name of utility in Windows that displays and keeps track of all events? I guess event viewer. Who did this? Locating an infection vector. If a domain controller is compromised, we can track the changes in the domain objects, like user computers, group policies based on intruders' activities. Usually, once gained access to the system, the hackers create additional users, modify group policy, or try to become a part of the main T0 group of persistence for persistence access. There is an article here, security privileged access. I strongly recommend to read it. It has two parts, part 1 and part 2, explaining the importance of the separation of users, and go read. Tracking the changes. We can trace the changes in the Active Directory by monitoring the user permission, the creation date of objects such as user, computers, joint date, modification of group policies, etc. We will use PowerShell to get more detailed insights into what's happening in AD environment. Detection of user creation modification. The following script will get AD users created date, which will help identify any user created after the hacking date. I want to see if there is any scripts in here, but I guess not. Let me real quick get AD user filter build equal to not tokens to end creating greater Monday, April 10th, 2023. 00 AM. Close and close. Let me properties created lost log on date. Select Sam account name created so created. Let me run this one. Evil guy. We have the evil guy. We can see that the user evil guy was created after hacking incident on April 20th, 2023. Detection of the computers joined the domain. The following script lists all computers that joined Active Directory domain along with the date and name of the person who joined it. So basically we are talking about this script. Let me see this script. So let me just copy, paste. Okay, so we have recovery as we web 1, database 1, database 2, PC Daniel, PC Mark, Sophie, Thomas, Philip, Mary, Claire. Okay. Group membership modification. To check group membership changes, we can view the event logs and set a specific event ID generated and scenario. Below is the list of the most interesting event IDs. So we have 4756 member added to Universal Security Group. 4757 removed from the same group. 4728 added to Global Security Group, and 4729 removed from the Global Security Group. So we can see it in here. Let me try to get this one. Where do I need to be? Windows locks, security, I guess filter current locks, and I will get 47, 28, I guess. 28. Let me see what we got. We can see the event log for 4728. The evil guy. Remember the subject. Okay. The member, and we can see the evil guy. Some evil guy made some changes. Identify the no, the logs may be overwritten, which means a certain event ID may not be available, as shown in the image. Okay. Identify the group policy changes. After gaining access to the system, an attacker modifies the group policy to weaken the system overall strength and enable multiple entry points. The event 4719 is associated with policy modification, which means that if any valid or invalid user tries to update system audit policy, this action will generate an event with 4790, similarly to event ID 4739 is associated with domain policy change. We can search viewer for the ID as shown below. Let me real quick search for these IDs. 4739. We have a couple IDs of this 19 and 4739. Okay, we can see that the system audit policy was updated at March 2nd, 2023, and event was logged in system. Now, the logs may be overwritten, which means that certain ID may not be available. Okay. Several tools are used to audit net risks, manage engine, SolarWinds arms. Those tools simplify the monitoring process and provide the interactive GUI for GUI. Graphical user interface for prompt response and security loophole identification. However, as a security engineer, it is also recommended to have the hold on essential command and scripts that assist and recovery and Active Directory. What is email for the user evil guy? Let me check this one. And I will create name email. Mail maybe. Nope. Use a principal name. Okay. Evil guy. STM local. Nope. Very strange. Local evil guy. HM. Okay. In users after. Let me change this one. Maybe created. We don't need it created. So Monday. I'm not sure about Monday, but we have December 1st, 20. The total number of users logged. Enabled. Created. Logged on. Not created. Last log on. Last log on date. If I can type 1. What is the ID will be locked if user remove from universal group 47 30 20 29 9 29. Nope. Removed from you 50 57 57. Okay, so now we need the email. this guy again. There is way simpler. We have the Active Directory users and computers. Hack crypto. This is the email of this guy. That's it. How to get it back? Domain take back. Due to enormous usage of AD in organization, hackers always seek to compromise the less secure system. In this regard, the post-compromise plan must be in a place to ensure the availability of servers and minimize downtime for Active Directory users. The process of recovering an Active Directory after being compromised is called domain takeback. Steps for recovery plan. A few essential things that may be part of this plan are as follows. Reset password for T0 accounts. You can reset or disable the account by simply selecting the desired option. Let me real quick go to HTML. We have here, I guess, ID, Claire, Robert, administrators, sales. I see sales. So Robert, sales, and disable account. We can disable it from here. Look for possibly compromised suspicious account and reset their password to avoid privilege escalation. Change the password for Kerberos service account and make it unusable for attacker. Let me see the Kerberos management Daniel Merck for users domain. Okay, I can see the Kerberos one, but I guess it's somewhere. Okay, here we can see it either in here. Okay. Reset the password of accounts with administrative privileges. Use the reset computer machine password PowerShell command to perform reset operation for computer objects on domain. Reset password of domain controller machine to prevent silver ticket abuse. You can learn more about different types of attacks here. And taking Kerberos. Domain controls are an essential element for protection and recovery. You can have, if you have configured the writable domain controller DC as a backup for the compromised one, you can restore it to avoid disruption. Be careful while performing this step. You do not restore an instance of compromised DC. Perform malware analysis on any targeted domain controller server for identification of malicious scripts. Verify that the attacker has not added any scheduled tasks or startup application. For persistent access, you can access the task scheduler through run task schedule. We have in here, this is it. No task. Check event logs, access control list, ACLs, and group policy for any possible change. Enable traffic filtering on inbound, outbound traffic to identify indicators of compromise IOC at the network level to be carried out at the Security Operations Center level SOC. Several AD protection and risk assessment tools, Pincastle, are available for auditing the identified AD environment loopholes. Moreover, also forwards to the SIM solution Wazoo and Splunk for detailed network analysis, or is the command to perform reset operation for computer in domain. Reset computer machine password. What is security vulnerability that involves abusing ticket called Kaba ticket? What was in here? Can service the main controller. So we have Kaba roasting, gold and silver ticket attacks, path the ticket. I guess gold and silver attacks will be the right answer. Golden, silver, ticket, attack. Nope. Golden. Also, nope. Roasting, silver attacks, path the hash. Covers enumeration, path the ticket, silver ticket. Okay. Vulnerability that involves abusing service tickets called abusing service ticket. Understand, return, understand how it works first, contains version, abusing software ticket. Okay, I've got this. Silver ticket abuse. We have reset password domain machine to prevent silver ticket abuse. This is a security vulnerability. Why did it happen? Common misconfigurations. Misconfigured servers, clients, and application can offer an easy entry point for attackers to exploit. We have seen some common attacks at AD hardening. How to mitigate them? Below is the list of some more attacks that are typically not taken care of by system administrators. Boot source in BIOS. Due to improperly configured BIOS boot order, attackers can also boot their device and change login password to compromise the service. Configure the BIOS to prevent booting from CD, DVD, external devices, USB, or floppy drives. AD Server Administrator Group Members. Controlling who can log into workstation is one of the biggest challenges while hardening the AD environment. All members of the domain user group can log into any workstation in AD by default. Therefore, we must take preventive measures to limit users who can log into locally on computers with privileged access or domain control. This is possible through the allow log on locally policy that allows you to select a specific user or group who can log on a particular computer. You can enable policy through the following steps. Go to the group policy by typing G. I'm here. Group policy management. But if I can do the run gp edit msc, I'm here. So we have another one. Oh no, local group policy editor. But here I can see the group policy editor management. So okay. Settings. Nope. Maybe this one still. Policies. I can see not here and not in there. Policy management. I'm indeed here. I can't see. Okay, maybe like this. Nope. Domain. Nope. Default policy. Nope. Computers and configurations. Okay. All their Windows settings. Okay. Security settings. Here we go. Security local policies. User right assessment. User right assessment. Allow log on locally. Allow log on locally. Add group. More file settings. Affected clients. More information. Okay. So, explain why I cannot. Okay, weak passwords. Attacker with access, no access right to the environment could effectively compromise your AD account by acquiring password through the dictionary or brute force attack. You might wonder how vulnerable your organization is to such attack. Tools like Mimikatz offer various ways to extract credentials. One is DC sync attack. It is a feature of Mimikatz that try to imitate the domain control and can review password relevant data like the hash of the targeted user accounts. Attacker can get any account, NTLM password hash, or plain text password. You can learn more about different types of Kerberos-based attacks in the room I've just shown you. This is the room, can be learned any of these attacks. Maybe I will do this room also. Preventing DCSync attack. DCSync attack enables the attacker to impersonate the domain controller and receive requests on behalf of the domain controller. DCSync attack can be prevented by identifying accounts that have permission to replicate information in the domain. An attacker can launch attack without even logging in the domain controller. Therefore, effective network monitoring is the key for mitigating such attack. If you detect the DCSync attack, immediately disabling the compromised account can prevent privilege escalation by the attacker and limit their ability to make other changes to the network via group policy objects. Scripts and application permission on workstation. If the main client can run unauthorized application or scripts, then attackers can easily enumerate the whole network and run exploit as part per vulnerability found in the target system. Many malware executes using command prompt, partial and batch files. Restriction policy on scripting and application can protect against many cyber attacks on the AD server. Configure network time synchronization (NTS). Network device application must be able to use same time zone for security information event management. The practice assistance in identification of threat actors and correlating attack patterns. The type of attack that allows attacker to impersonate controller. DCSync behalf of the domain controller is called is synchronizing time on all network devices. Important to correlate logs on different devices. Yes. Post recovery actions. Okay, once the main controller is recovered, complete incident response plan must be developed to identify loopholes that enable attacker to gain egress to the system. A few of essential actions after recovering domain are mentioned below. Policy decisions. Detailed cybersecurity plan must be developed in line with some international frameworks like NIST. Develop a disaster management policy to avoid such attack in future. Detailed cybersecurity audit of the infrastructure to locate the infection vector of the incident and determine the root cause. Ensure that logs from all servers, computers, network devices are maintained and forwarded to the reputable SIM solution. Domain controller. Adding permanent rule in SIM to block command and control C2 domains and IP addresses used by attacker. Patching all vulnerable systems to prevent exploitation of systems through publicly available exploits. Performed through malware scanning of all domain controllers and domain joint systems. Perform operating system upgrades to the last version of Windows Server as it offers more security features like it provides AES encryption and support RAID architecture more effectively. What's RAID architecture? Okay, let me see real quick. In enhanced security admin environment. Maybe I will read this one after this one. Remove file shares on the domain controllers. Disable use of removable media on host computers, as attacker may propagate the malware on the whole network. Backups. The organization network must be redundant. Domain controls and high availability. Primary, secondary layout. Implement automated backups and recovery mechanisms regularly. Verifying the trusted backups and validating integrity. Implementation of CIS benchmarks. Critical systems are being exposed to external load. There is a dire need to advance mechanisms to implement security policies. Center of Internet Security (CIS) has established benchmarks to help secure computer systems. They can download it depending operating systems. These benchmarks ensure necessary configuration changes and user server levels. Furthermore, rebuilt servers are available online for rapid development of those policies. However, it is also crucial to understand organizational requirements before applying such hardening at the user server level. So now we will proceed to view site button and see how we can get the flag. Forwarding logs to SIM. So suppose you are working as a security engineer and found a compromised Active Directory. What would you order action start to end that you will perform to recover it? Policy decisions. Okay, and resetting admin, taking backups of compromised domain, repairing disaster recovery plan, tracking group policy, forwarding, taking, resetting passwords, repairing plan, object changes. Okay, this one, forwarding, and repairing the backup plan. We have recovered HCM. I have recovered ID. That's it. So we have security, most crucial part of the IT infrastructure. All organizations invest considerable effort in the implementing security controls to avoid financial and reputational loss. Most organizations refer to implement ID services to manage resources. Certainly at centrally and securely. AD provides simplified management of all its objects, account, group, computers, file shares. On the one hand, still on the other hand, it has some misconfiguration which attackers often exploit. In this room, we have learned that the monitoring and identification of attacks in running AD smoothly and securely are ensured. Implementing controls and procedures. Benchmarks have been set to AD security and must be followed to provide secure environment. Lastly, a well-defined incident response plan must be implemented to tackle the attacks. Other preventive measures, such as deploying additional domain controls and backup domain controls, must be implemented to ensure recovery of the compromised primary domain server. I can see that I didn't click reset password for the user evil guy, and now we just finished this room. Thank you very much. Bye bye.